All right, you're tuning in here to Retire Smart Florida with the Dixon brothers. I'm Chris Dixon.
Sam Dixon on this side of the table.
If you're a Floridian, maybe you just moved down here, welcome to the state. Maybe you're a retiree, already been living here, or maybe you're in Florida and you're thinking about retiring. This is the show to you. This is the podcast for you. You can tune in on the radio, tune in online, or shoot, even from your couch, you can see what's going on. This is for all retirees in Florida because we're trying to help you retire, yes, smartly, right, Sam? So here's the thing I get asked a lot, Sam. How or should I convert my assets to a Roth? First of all, elaborate for everyone that's listening. You know, what is a Roth? What are some of the attributes? And then let's chat about that for a second. Should I convert to a Roth?
Yeah, the Roth is, the basics of it's a tax-free account that can grow tax-free, and you can also pull out the income tax-free, Chris.
I like what you're saying. You said tax-free like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, we like those words,
okay.
Right? We don't like the first part of that word tax, but I like the free part on the end.
Don't say tax in my house. That's a 4-letter word, right?
That's a dirty word in there.
Time out.
So the big thing to look at is, we do get that question a lot, Chris. Well, and the simple answer I always give people is, well, do you think taxes are going up or down in the future?
I think they're going down.
Well, let's dig into that. Let's unpack that bag a little bit, right? You know, I'm going to go full financial dork on you here for a second, okay? Right. So buckle up. What's our debt levels? Record highs, okay? You're talking over $30 trillion with a T, okay? Massive amounts of debt, all right?
I don't even know how much that is. You know, does anyone know how much that is? They're just printing money. Sorry, go ahead.
Now, what does that actually mean going forward, though? How do they pay down debt, Chris? If the government runs up a bill, Congress runs up a bill, how do they pay it down?
Yeah, I'll tell you what it seems like. It seems like they keep coming after me to pay their tax bill.
Taxes.
All they're spending, it seems like they keep coming after my wallet to pay for their programs.
Right? So taxes. So the question you ask yourself, hey, at record debt levels, do we think taxes go lower than they are today?
Can't.
I don't see how they can. No. Mathematically, I don't see how that works at all. They have to go up.
The only way, with this record level debt, the only way that you start to pay down the debt is 2 ways. One way, you print money. How does that work?
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't. You're looking at it right now. Inflation. Can't do that. So what's the other way to pay down the debt? What's the only source of revenue that the government has? And that's me, you, and everyone else listening and watching.
Taxes, right? So that's, so you say, all right, do we think they're going up? They're at historical almost lows right now for taxes, Chris.
Yeah.
So if you think they're growing up and they're kind of low right now, does converting to tax-free now make more sense, right? Well, if I think they're going up in a few years, why would I not look at converting right now to tax-free while they're historically cheap? You're getting it almost, I would call it almost a discount.
Maybe, like I said, maybe you like paying taxes.
Hey, if you do, probably not the right show.
Don't come over to my house.
Right? So the reports we'll talk about, probably not for you, right? So the thing there, Chris, is do we convert to tax-free? Then a lot of people also say, hey, am I eligible?
Yeah.
Right? Am I eligible? A lot more people are than they realize.
Well, here's what happens, Sam. I understand that question because people do a quick Google search and you get 15 different answers for one single question.
Are you saying stuff on the internet is not correct, Chris?
No. everything that you come across on the internet is 100% factual.
Hey, everybody's got a blog now, man.
Right. Look, our sister's got a blog, right?
Yeah. Your sister? It's our sister.
Our sister. You know what I'm saying.
Come on, man.
Yeah. You're adopted. Come on.
What? No, I'm just kidding. So the big thing to look at, though, Chris, is it a good fit for someone to convert, right? Not everyone, maybe it is, but more people than they realize. And some people think they can only convert like 8,000. I hear that all the time.
Yeah, I just literally heard that the other day. They said, well, I can only convert 8,000.
That drives me crazy.
Different part of the tax code, see?
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. It's a different part of the tax code.
There's so much information out there. I call it misinformation. There's so much information spouting around. You know what there's a lack of? Wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, there's not a lack of information out there. There's a lack of wisdom to condense it and filter it for you, which is what we try to do on here.
Yeah.
The conversion amount is not limited to $8,000. You can convert $1 million a year for all I care.
Yeah.
Right? If it's right for you, right? To tax-free. The question you got to look at in your plan, well, number one, what's your tax bill going to be if you don't convert?
Yeah, what if you don't do it?
Like, let's not talk
Forget about doing it. What if you don't do it?
What happens if you don't do it, right? A lot of people don't know that answer. They've never actually measured all their taxable accounts. Because a lot of people, Chris, they'll run their, correct me if I'm wrong, you'll see this, they run their whole retirement based on today's taxes.
Yeah, look, they got a nice Monte Carlo simulation. They got a nice little thing they've done online. Shows they got a 90% chance of making it. Cool. Where's taxes in that?
Oh, maybe they got it on some glossy colored paper too.
Yeah.
It looks real good on the paper, right?
Looks great.
But all your accounts are taxable. The second they raise taxes, you have less money than is shown on that piece of paper.
That's not factored in.
If your money's taxable, right? So how do you Congress-proof your retirement, I call it? How do you take that out of the equation? Take Congress out of the equation? I like the tax-free bucket. For anybody who can afford it, for anybody who's eligible, it might fit, the tax-free bucket gives you a little defense.
Do you got to be like, here's the question, do you got to be like a multi-millionaire to take advantage of tax-free income?
Not always. They certainly do, though.
Right, they certainly do, but you don't have to be, right? The everyday American can have tax-free income. That's the point that we're making right here. You don't have to constantly take that tax bill on the nose, be subject to whatever Congress wants to do with your retirement.
Yeah.
Okay, in the form of taxes and determine how much you get to keep. You don't have to just keep taking that on the nose. You can take some action pretty easily. You can get tax-free income. The key is, what we want to be detailed about is, are we eligible? Can we get over the tax-free bucket? And if we do, what does that look like for us? What is all that tax-free income gonna affect in our retirement? It's gonna affect a lot, I'll tell you that.
And which part of that tax-free bucket are we going into? Right. Because there's different things you can do over there as well.
Good point.
Which one are you eligible for? Which one do you qualify for? Which one actually fits you? It's not a
one-size-fits-all, right?
And I hear that all the time too. You know, it's one size. No, it's not one size fits all. It's what do you need?
What do you need?
What fits you? What are you eligible for?
What are the one or two strategies that exist in the tax-free bucket to enable you to get tax-free income? Sam, here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to enable people, whether they're listening or tuning in on the TV, to be able to take advantage of some tax-free income. Okay, you know, convert from the highly taxable, highly volatile accounts over to the tax-free bucket.